Hi everybody, my name is Hannah and this is Pepper and Pine, and today I am sharing with you this charming little hand stitching project by ThreadFollower. You can find more information about this product and where to find it in the description box below. This kit comes with everything you need in order to make this little white rabbit. The first thing you want to do is cut out your pattern and place it on your felt. I'm using some straight pins in order to keep my pattern secure while I cut my pattern out. This is one of a couple of ways suggested in the kit on how you can do this. The next thing you want to do is separate a few of these strands from the embroidery thread so that you can thread your needle and begin sewing your project. You want to make sure that you only use about 2 or 3 strands of embroidery floss, otherwise it will be too thick for your needle and you will probably run out of embroidery thread. Next, we're going to do a whip stitch all around the outside of this pattern. It is super simple and designed for as young as 8-year-olds. In no time, you can get to the end of the basic form of this rabbit. And next, you want to fill it with this wool. This is a fairly simple project that you can do in about an hour or so. Next, you want to sew the base on to your rabbit. Again, you can use a whip stitch for this. I'm showing you how I hid the knot inside the rabbit so you couldn't see it. You just want to finish off this sewing with a little knot at the end. Next, we can work on the ears. I am putting the ears upwards and then sewing them so that when they hang over, they look like floppy little ears. When you position the other ear on the other side, you want to make sure that it is as even as possible so that when you are done sewing the ears in place, they look symmetrical. You're going to go ahead and continue with your whip stitch in order to stitch these ears on, and you can see when they're done, they look super cute and adorable. The next thing we want to work on are the eyes, and you're going to use some pink embroidery thread for this, and you're going to be sewing back and forth through the head several times, and you just knot it at the end, making sure that your knot is as close to the eye as possible, and that adds a little bit more dimension to the eye. The next thing we want to do is work on the whiskers, and you're going to use several strands of embroidery thread for this, and you just want to make sure that you knot it in place when you're done, and then you can trim the whiskers down to whatever size you want. Adds, again, a lot of character to this really adorable little rabbit. The last thing you're going to do is make the little tail, and for this you want to use a running stitch along a small circular piece of felt. Now as you sew this, you're going to gently pull the thread and you're going to see it turn into a little ball, at which point you can sew that to the back of your little rabbit. The complete project took about an hour to do and is great for children as young as 8 years old. This is a beginner project, so even if you have no sewing experience prior to doing this project, you'll be really happy with the final outcome. Now, this project was designed by Cynthia Treen Studio, and you can find more of her work at ThreadFollower.com. And if you'd like to try this kit and see more projects, you can find them at achildsdream.com. And don't forget, if you want to see more videos, you can find them on my channel at Pepper and Pine.